Good morning, everyone. We are about to head off and get started on this harvesting contract that we were finally able to acquire. Yep, the old wagon train is following. And bonus, please tell me I cut that far enough over that everything will make it. I'm not sure I did. That added bonus, we can shoot straight up that road before we make our corner. You know what? We did. Plenty of room. Nobody's coming. And we just have to go all the way to the end of this road and then turn right until we find a sorghum field on our left, and then we should be at the correct place. Supposedly it is the only sorghum field up there, but of course we will not take that for granted. Double check, triple check. Take a big wide corner. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. So there's main road through town. And supposedly it will be just up here on the left. Not seeing any sorghum yet. Big field of corn. And of course, this is us trusting that we were given good directions. That's never a guarantee. But I do see what looks like sorghum up there. Of course, to me, this would be a sorghum field on the right unless we turn. I was told to just go straight. But I guess they're considering this the same road. Must be. Let's make sure we're far enough in here. That'll do. Alright. Beautiful field of sorghum here. Yeah, we're plenty of room to get the combine in here. What I didn't consider, though, is getting the header attached. I guess we'll have to drive in the crop a little bit. I should have left the header trailer poking out right here, pulled over on this shoulder, and then left the header trailer right here. But I guess I'll think about that for the future. Or I could always just correct it right now. Let's get up here. Yeah. I'll be back with you guys after I get this reparked. Alright, we are cruising along in our Uber here. Headed down to the house. You can see the GPS there scrolling by. So our driver here is going to take us back, and we will hop out and grab the combine. I will see you guys when I'm on my way back to the field. Alright, we are in the big green beast, carefully poking our nose out. Doesn't look like there's any traffic. Yeah. Alright, I need to get this door closed. Yes. And we will I realized earlier that sign says no train horn, and I blew right across this, thinking that I would hear the train if it was coming. Alright, looks like we're good. I got lucky I didn't die, I guess, eh? Anyway, you guys have seen combine driving before. I think I will see you over at the field. Alright, we are here. We just need to get close enough here, and there we go. Pick this guy up. Okay, nobody behind us. Oh, and of course, as soon as I start going, that's when somebody decides to show up. Well, they're just gonna have to wait. Slow down there, buckwheat. We're gonna cut into the field right here. So, lower header, turn it on. Okay, we seem to be having a bit of a problem. I'll bring you guys back after I figure out what it is. Okay, we got everything all sorted. Have a very dusty ride, it looks like. We've got everything all closed up on this beauty, and good filtration for all the incoming air outside. But I'm sure you guys don't want to listen to me babble, so I'm going to stop here, shut this down for a moment, and I'll bring you guys back on the drone. Alright everybody, it's after 8:30 at night, and we're calling it quits for tonight. We'll get back out and work on it more tomorrow. Should be able to finish it tomorrow if I get up early enough. It's a pretty good crop so far, and I think the farmer will be quite pleased. But there's a lot of work to do, and as usual, not enough time to do it in. So I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Good morning, everyone. We're getting a later start than I wanted because we woke up to rain this morning. However, we are now on our way back to the field, and we will be jumping right back into harvest as soon as we can. So, and that said, I will see you over at the field. Alright, we are pretty much back. We just need to zip around the old corner here, get in front of our wagon train, which you guys probably didn't see too well how full we had gotten. Oh, that's right. Forgot about that. Gotta come at it from the other side. I didn't park them very well in the dark last night. But we basically have 2 out of the 3 wagons already full. I think we're gonna fill them twice, and maybe have a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. I guess we will find out. But thankfully, right up there top of the hill, that mill you see up there is where we're going with them, so we don't have very far to cart them once they are full. The only unfortunate part is that we will have to do it from that south end of the field there, because as you can see from the north end here, there's no way for us to get out. If this fence wasn't here, I'd happily go out their driveway, although they probably wouldn't be happy about that. But I'm not taking those wagons up that hill. Just not worth the risk of dumping one over. Alrighty. Yeah, I didn't leave myself a whole lot of room last night in the dark, did I? That's alright. So yeah, it's about 8:40, somewhere between 8:40 and 9 a.m. I wanted to get started around 6 a.m. at first light. It was raining. The clouds still don't look great. It might start raining again. But the farmer came out and checked the moisture, and he said the rain didn't actually raise the moisture level enough to worry about. So the biggest concern was what was in the wagons, but it mostly, since I heaped them pretty good, it mostly just shed the water over the side, which is a good thing, I guess. He said there is some dampness in there, but there's nothing to be done about it. There was no rain in the forecast, so it caught us both by surprise. He doesn't hold me responsible for that, which is good, because I was kind of worried that he might. Sorry, I'm concentrating a little, making sure I get lined up good. Alrighty there. There we go. And I guess the old girl can get shut down. We'll hook her up right now, though. There we go. And I am just going to leave the header cart attached, and we'll just go from here. I'm going to put you guys right back on another time lapse, and I'll see you after. Okay, everybody, welcome back. Yeehaw, we are going to empty. All 3 wagons are full. We're going to take them right up to that grain mill like I was telling you about earlier. Now, you will have noticed that there's a little bit of a disconnect here. I didn't show part of the harvesting, and I do apologize again for the very loud tractor. I didn't show part of the harvesting because, well, I forgot to charge the battery in the drone overnight. So we won't have any more drone footage for today. And I don't know for sure what else I'll do. I hope you guys can hear me okay over this loud monstrosity. I love this tractor though. She got the power for sure. To fill you in on something else though, you remember when I started harvesting this field, I was having some troubles with the header. If you look at our header over there, it's a little bit different. Yep. The wooden bat reel is gone. Apparently there was just massive internal issues with the reel system on that header. So I went down to the dealership because I started having problems again. And turns out they actually had another header, a parts unit out back that was the same model but slightly newer. Now some other parts had been stripped off of it, and so I couldn't just get the whole complete header and swap over and go. So it's been a couple of hours. We've had to swap over parts, including some nice galvanized bat reels on it. Now, of course, an even newer version would have had finger reels, and that would be even nicer, but I don't mind the bat reel. Hold on a moment, I'm concentrating on making sure I get in here good. Alright, there we go. Let that unload while we talk. So we now have a nice galvanized bat reel on there, and the worn parts were replaced, and I basically bought the entire parts header off of them, stripped it down for everything that was good off of it, and scrapped the rest to recoup some of my money. So we do have a few spare parts for our header now, and it's also in better shape. I am quite pleased with that, and take it for what it's worth. But in the end, it cost us a few $100, and that's after the money I got back for scrapping it. All right. Make sure we're not running over anybody here. Next wagon up there, and we'll start unloading that one. So yeah, I think I will probably bring you guys back after I am probably when I'm running the final load down here, and I'll tell you how many loads we had, and we can go from there. Welcome back again, everybody. We are unloading the final load, and I discovered I could pull far enough forward to get 2 of them on here, so that's good. This is the 4th load overall, not full load this time. So we had 3 full loads, and now we have almost another full load, almost a 4th. The first 2 wagons were completely full, and the 3rd wagon was about a 1/3 full. Oh, come on. This is taking forever. I've already taken the combine back to the house. So basically, as soon as we're done here, we will... Alright, there we are. You see we do have the header on. So we're just going to head back. And that'll be it for today. It is getting on into the afternoon. Oh man, just traffic everywhere. And even though this has got a nice powerful tractor here on this train, she doesn't accelerate the fastest. It takes us a moment. Now, one thing I don't think I showed you guys earlier, I have a new wardrobe. Well, some new wardrobe choices. I am wearing an Alice Chalmers t-shirt and hat today since we're driving the Alice Chalmers tractor. You know me, I normally have the John Deere gear on, but since we've got quite an array of equipment now, I've picked up some t-shirts especially, but also some hats to cover all the brands I've discovered I like. So we've got old International Harvester stuff. You can forget that newer stuff since the Case acquisition. But we've got some old International Harvester logos and whatnot on shirts. We've got Alice Chalmers, of course, and John Deere, of course. I'm not going to get rid of that. Massey Ferguson we've had before. I've got some Minneapolis, but I also got some truck gear, like a Peterbilt baseball cap and stuff like that. So I've expanded our wardrobe to be nicer than it was. And when we get back to the house, I'll show you guys that. So for now, I'm going to drive, and I'll see you guys over there. Alright, here's our new wardrobe choices here. So we have some Alice Chalmers shirts. Nice hoodie there for when it gets colder. Some Bigfoot shirts, Milwaukee Tools, and just some, other general shirts. Ford, Tractor Supply Company, lots and lots of shirts that I picked up. Some very comedic International Harvester shirts. Even though I love John Deere, this shirt's just too funny to not have. And some more John Deere gear, some other gear. Just all these brands that we like. I don't own any Cockshut yet, but I'd love to if I can find some. Another International Harvester there. Yep. So we have a lot of gear that you won't have seen before. Love the 2-cylinder farming shirts. Yep. Lots and lots of choices. That's a good one. And it of course doesn't end there. We also, as I mentioned, picked up some hats. So I'm wearing one of the Alice Chalmers hats today. There's a few others. And basically just a lot more branded hats. Like I was saying, I got the Peterbilt hat and the Kenworth hat. Minneapolis Moline. I didn't manage to find a Minneapolis Moline t-shirt yet. But I'll keep looking. So we have quite the collection of wardrobe now. And, yep. I'm going to keep it that way and probably add to it. So you might see us wearing some of that gear. But for now, I think I will call it here for this episode. I'm going to make myself some dinner. I've gotten paid for that contract. And I think that's another good week in the books for us. Or I should say, the first good week in a while. As I mentioned before, it hasn't been going great for us since we moved down here to Indiana. But hopefully this is the turning point for that. Otherwise, we might have to, I don't know, consider another move. With Emily having moved on with her life now, we don't really need to provide a home for her. We could go anywhere we want, really. But I do kind of like it here. I just gotta have work. All right, everybody. I will see you on the next vlog.